Good afternoon. It's lesson 79 follow-up. I'm going to do it in a couple parts, 3 parts. Actually, part 1 is 1, 5, and 13. These are ones that some of you said were tough. So let's get into those. Number 1, if you know the perimeter and the length of a rectangle, how can you find out what the width is? Well, let's just say that the length is 10. We'll make it easy, 10 inches. And the perimeter all around is 30 inches. Now, if I'm going to find my width, what do? Well, I could take this whole perimeter, which is all the way around like that, divide it by 2, and that would equal 15, right? So what I've done is I've taken the entire perimeter and just gotten it down to just half it, which would be that by that, or this by that. Okay, and then I would subtract from there what the length is, which would equal 5. Now if I plug that in, does it work? 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5 equals 30. So to answer the question, you divide the perimeter by 2, and whatever your answer is, you subtract the length from that, and you will get the width. Okay? Next is number 5. Number 5. It says 90% of 30 trees are birch trees. So 90% of 30. Now, we can't do math when it's in its percent form, so we can make it a fraction or a decimal. I'll just choose to do a fraction. So 90% is 90 over 100, or 9/10. Of is always turned into a multiplication. And then 30 has to go into a fraction, so 30 over 1. I can do some fancy little cross canceling here, but with the 10 and the 3, divide them both by 10, I get 1 and 3. And now I get 9 times 3 is 27 over 1, which is 27. That is a 7. Now, that means 27 are birch trees, so that answers A, 27 birch trees. And B asks, what is the ratio of birch trees to all others? Well, we know it's 27 to, well, if it's out of 30 and we already have 27 are birch, then only 3 left are something else. And we'd have to reduce that, and if we divide them both by 3, we would get 1 down here, and we get a 9 up here. So that would be our ratio, 9 to 1. Now the last question on this part is 2.5 divided by 3. Well, if we're working on that one, we got to make them improper fractions here. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. Divided by 3, make it over 1. Got to make it a fraction. Then we keep, change, flip. Keep, change, and flip. That's what we do when we divide. I don't see any cross canceling here. So it should be 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times 3 is 6. There we go. All right, I'll do the next one next.